Good day, everyone. I am Rashid Amir Ali, and I am from 5th Reporter or 5th Group. And we are tasked to report to you about a snapshot of social identity theory, the social identity and group processes. So, in this video, we are only going to tackle only one idea from this main point. Kasi nga, we have been given this point and we have decided to divide it per group member. So as you can see there are 6 different colors and each color is picked by group members and they're going to discuss it. So in this video, we're going to talk about the blue one, or the face or phrase given some degree of identification or social identity. Whatever happens to the group also happens to its members. So the other topics will be discussed in different videos from my members. So anyway, to dig deep into this idea, we first want to have a recap of what really social identity theory is. So basically, it is defined by a British social psychologist, Henry Tajfel, as the person's sense of who they are based on their group members. So basically, it's about how you are being represented by your group. So it's also the idea where we try to stereotype other groups. Kasi Henry Tajfel introduced the stereotyping dito sa idea na ito. So, ang nangyayari is we try to conform to the group that we think we belong. So, and then when we conform to that, we tend to have an idea, a vivid image of what we really want, and we are not confused right now of what we aspire to be and what also we do not want. So something like that. So to have a deeper idea onto that or deeper discussion, I'm going to show you a picture by Tom Gold. And here you can see 2 different groups. First is the or named Our Blessed Homeland, and the other one is Their Barbarous Wastes. So on the title, you can see there that it's very biased on one idea or one group. So that's what we call the first group is what we call the in group, and the other group is the out group, or we call as the us and we call as them. So the idea here is that when we have our group, we tend to have an identity, we tend to have a social role. So for example, our group is extroverted society. So that is us. That is our inner group. Kunyari lang ha. So we tend to have a common ideas, common interest, and then we try to conform, then we try to adapt what the people from that society is thinking. So we now become synchronous and we think as one. So in the other group, the them group, according to Henry Tajfel, we try to have some sort of discrimination to the other group since we do not like them and it does not represent what we really want and what we are interested. So kunyari, the other group could be the introverted society. And it's very opposite into extroverted kasi nga, extroverted are known for being loud, being outgoing, ganyan, and the introverted are known for being reserved, something like that. And now, we as in the extroverted society, we tend to discriminate the introverted society since it does not represent what we really want. They are not as loud as we are. So we tend to discriminate them and think or consider them as not part of the society and going against the society because that's not how we think they are. That's how we view them. So ganun yung nangyayari. That's why the name there is Their Barbarous Ways kasi that's how we tend to see them. We tend to see the negative aspects in them kasi nga we do not like them. So something like that. So anyway, going back to the phrase, given some degree of identification or social identity, whatever happens to the group also happens to its members. Now, we are going to apply this in a current situation, in a real life situation, for you to further understand that idea. So one of the group is the Russian community, or let's say the overall Russia. So it's very current, right? And I assume you know what's happening, the news about the Ukraine and the Russia, their feud. So the idea here is that not everyone in the Russia really wants to go into Ukraine and fight them and get invade them and get them as a Russian territory, something like that. So not everyone really wants the war to happen. But then, since the group of Russians, since most of the Russian members does it, since the president leads them, and since the president is into Ukraine, then there is no way that everyone is given a chance to say what they really want to say. So what happens is what the group act or how the group act reflects to its members. So what happens to the group happens to its members. So parang ganun 'yon. So we on the other group tend to see them as something na, let's say, a very very barbaric ganon, very violent for doing such war, for initiating such war against Ukraine. So something like that. And then we tend to see not just the group being having that negative trait, but also every member of the group or every one in the Russian community. So ganun ang nangyayari. What happens to the group directly affects its members or the view or the images of their members. So ganun yon. And that will end my video, and then the other topics, the following topics will be discussed to you differently on different video and different reporters. So if you have questions, just leave it in the comment section and I will go back and answer that one. And that would be all. Thank you. Goodbye.